Okay, with the 32-bit loader, we need to make sure we're on the splash screen, and then we'll see the loader 32-bit button should show up here. If it doesn't, you can jump over to your setup button and go to your toolbar buttons, and you should see one called 32-bit X series loader. Go ahead and check that, and when you do, you'll get the loader 32-bit button up here at the top, loader 32-bit X series loader. After I connect to that, I see that I have a multiple file package select up here at the top, so if we're going to load a package, we can go up here and browse out, load the package, and then send it. For this portion of the tutorial, we're just going to do individual files. So the first thing I need to do is check what type of device I'm connected to. In this case, it's an XFC G4, and I want to do a reload. And then I'm going to jump down here to my flash directory and scroll over to the right, and I want to browse out and find a flash directory. So out here, I'm going to go to package. Here is my Totalflow XFC. I'm going to go ahead and open that. Okay, so here is my flash that we're going to download, and if I were to stop there, it says it's going to start shut down the flash, it's going to download the new flash, and then it's going to start the flash back up. So if I only want to do just the flash, I need to check my local connection settings and then go ahead and hit the start button. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and download a configuration file the same way. I'm just going to browse out and find my configuration file and go ahead and open it up. Okay, and so now you can see the directory set up for my config file, and then notice the change that was made over here in the checkboxes. It's still going to shut down the flash, it's going to download a new flash, it's going to delete TF data, delete TF cold, then it's going to download the configuration file out to TF cold, and then it's going to write it to TF data when it starts up the new flash. I go ahead and check my connections, and I go ahead and hit the start button. And now we get a target device loader does not appear to be running, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the reset button and let it go into the bootloader, hit the reset button again, and then I'm going to wait for the target device loader to start. Okay, so after doing that, now it is downloading the flash to my G4, and then it should go on through and download the configuration file to the G4 and then start the flash back up, and then we can connect to it locally and check that. Okay, it says the operation is complete, so I'm going to check the display. Okay, so we're back to scrolling on our display, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. And at this point, I would just go back in and check my connection, make sure it's still set up for COM7, and then I should be able to go back into entry mode. And then notice now that I've done a flash and config load, it says the device time of my G4 is actually the default time and date. So now it wants to know if it wants me to set it with my computer. So would you like to set the device with the computer date and time? I say yes. It goes ahead and sends the date and time from my PC out to my G4, and now I can go up to Totalflow, jump over to my registry, and right here I have a flash now of 210/2861/021, and then if I go back to setup, my configuration is 210/3393-004. Another thing to mention is the Windows operating system. Right now I'm running a 210.29.00.008, and so if you were going to load an operating system, you would do it exactly the same way. Just go to the 32-bit loader, choose the Windows CE operating system that you want to load, browse out to it, and then the choices should be selected for you on the left, and then go ahead and hit start. Make sure your COM port is set up right in the top, in the bottom left. And when you come back in, check the registry in the entry mode like we've done here, and just see if your Windows operating system did update. So this concludes Windows 32-bit loader for the G4.